Okay, I think I'm recording. I wanted to go ahead and do the best I can here in terms of showing broken brushwork. I'm doing this for Tori. This is the photograph that she is working off of, and this is the painting and the sketch that she's got started. So what I've done in Photoshop is she sent me a picture of her work and she wanted basically some advice on how to deal with the background and the foliage in the background. What I'm going to recommend to her is, first of all, it seems kind of strange, but I would actually take ultramarine blue mixed with Payne's gray and kind of do a wash in the background um, to kind of bring up the purples and the blues that are in this background. I think a lot of times people often see a photograph like this and they're like, oh, it's all just gray and brown. But what you can do is take advantage of the very subtle colors that you see in a photograph like this that are actually in the blues range. Why would you want to use blues and purples? Well, because it contrasts nicely with this beautiful orange fur. And that's why I'm going to recommend to her that she uses a little bit of ultramarine blue and Payne's gray kind of mixed together and kind of fill that in a really washy way in the background. Um, from there, what I would recommend is, as you can see, I've gone in with some broken brushwork. Granted, this is in Photoshop. It's not the real deal in acrylic or oil, but I don't have time to do that right now. But then picking up on these colors that you see, and I would only do that really in the foreground because there's this thing called atmospheric perspective. And as you can see in this photograph, see how it gets really blurry back there? You don't really need to worry about all the details in this photograph. The only part that you need to worry about is this kind of like random pattern that you see, happening. So broken brushwork back and forth, picking up on those colors. And you're going to want to use a lot of neutrals. So just to kind of show you, I've been kind of using these colors in here. So this would be like a cadmium yellow and orange mixed with white and probably a little bit of brown. This is probably burnt umber with a little bit of white. This is almost straight burnt umber. So really these really neutral colors, but that blue color, basically, which was, kind of like, oh, sorry, this color, which is like a purpley blue undertone, will kind of bring up that background nicely. And Tori's done a nice job of kind of picking out just a couple of these branches and emphasizing them. I would recommend to her also is to draw the rest of the paw, at least a suggestion of it. So it kind of looks like the dog is actually standing. I realize, like, for instance, you can see the paw there, and you can see a little bit of the paw there. So it's important that, the dog doesn't look like he's kind of like standing pawless within this foliage. All right, I'm going to stop from there. Hope that helps.